Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. On behalf of Arlon Graphics, I'd like to welcome you today. My name is Mike Abinder, and I am the South Central Regional Sales Manager for Arlon. With me today, I have Billy Greif, our Southeast Regional Sales Manager, and Matt Braswell, who is our Technical Sales Extraordinaire. Before we begin, I'd like to take a brief moment to encourage some group participation on today's webinar by using the chat feature on your screen to ask us any questions pertaining to today's topic. Matt will be acting as our moderator, and he'll be answering your questions in the order that they appear. Okay, let's get started. The theme of our presentation today is essential signage. We chose this theme because as we all begin to adjust to the new normal, many businesses are now shifting their focus and resources to providing critical signage for essential businesses. I'd say in the last 2 months alone, we have experienced high demand for specific types of economical calendared vinyl that can cover your signage needs for a multitude of applications during these unprecedented times. Therefore, today, we're going to keep the message simple but focused. Billy and I will be covering these key points. First, we categorize general signage into 3 types: promotional, short-term, or medium-term. So how do you tell them apart? Second, how do you differentiate permanent and removable vinyl? We're also going to discuss why adding an overlaminate to your printed graphic is important. And lastly, choosing the right Arlon film for the desired application. Outdoor durability. So by now, most people probably know that there are major differences in the outdoor durability of various self-adhesive vinyl films. Our goal today is to focus on specific Arlon vinyl that are applicable to today's environment. Therefore, we broke out our films into 3 groups. There's promotional signage, short-term signage, and medium-term signage. Outdoor durability stands for the film's integrity and adhesion performance over a specified period of time. The main obstacle to outdoor durability is always going to be UV radiation from the sun. Therefore, we define promotional signage as graphics that are applied for 1 year or less. So think of seasonal graphics or weekend types of events. Whereas short-term signage typically ranges from 1 to 3 years, while medium-term signage is classified as 3 to 5 years. In order to choose the right vinyl for the job, you need to understand how the sun impacts your work and what a vinyl film's outdoor durability rating really means. These are all covered in our product information bulletins and warranty documents that can be found on our website. Permanent versus removable vinyl. So let's talk about removable versus permanent adhesive. A frequently asked question that comes up time and time again is how are they different and when should you use them? So permanent vinyl contains a much more powerful and longer lasting adhesive on it. While you can remove this vinyl, you will need to do so by the use of heat. You should also expect the film to leave adhesive residue behind and potentially pull paint on applications such as walls. These films are better suited for more demanding applications or for graphics that are expected to be up for a couple of years or more. In contrast, removable vinyls are a low-tack compound designed to come off with relative ease. They can be removed with or without heat and will generally leave less than 25% adhesive residue. Just keep in mind, though, that the longer a removable vinyl is left in place, the stronger the bond becomes. Eventually, it's just as hard to remove as a film with a permanent adhesive. So, in other words, removable adhesives eventually become permanent. After a couple of years, the difference is negligible. These films are better suited for short-term applications such as temporary indoor graphics, like trade shows or exhibitions, interior decor, and applications such as outdoor transit graphics. Overlaminates. So 5 reasons to use an overlaminate. Why is adding an overlaminate to your printed graphic important? Well, there's several reasons. First is ease of application. Adding a laminate to the printed graphic will make it thicker, making it easier to reposition without distorting the image. Second is abrasion resistance. The laminate will protect your image from constant abrasion and wear and tear. Third is UV stability. which will provide your graphic with UV protection to keep your image looking vibrant for a longer period. Is changing the desired finish of the graphic, since laminates are offered in many finishes such as matte, satin, luster, and gloss. And lastly, the last reason is removal. The same thickness and stability that makes the graphic easy to install will also make removal easier. At this point, I'm going to hand it off to Billy, and she will cover the application portion of the presentation.
Hi, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. What we're going to talk about now is we're going to be talking about the vinyl product and the first few steps of identifying the customer's needs is important. What you need to do is first figure out what the expectations of the application is, and we are going to present you with the good, better, best product offering for each application. The first one we're going to talk about is outdoor signage. So outdoor signage is our first one. Definitely is banner, which is our DPF 313, and that comes in gloss and matte. In these times, you're going to be seeing more people putting out banners in regards to the opening of their business, or what specials they'll be offering at this time. Another great way for outdoor signage for those type of applications is your signiques and sign blanks. For your good solution, which is your most economical solutions, would be our 510 GT and MT with our Series 3510, which is our calendar promotional product. For application and still an economical solution is the better solution would be our DPF GTX and MTX with the same laminate 3510. Your best overall solution for your signiques and your sign blanks would be DPF 4500 with the Series 3420. 4500 also comes in an airy grass, matte, and gloss. A lot of times at bus stops and train stations, you'll actually see you'll actually see signage in these locations. These are usually removable. For a good solution or a temporary solution at the DPF 4300, which is our calendared removable product with Series 3420, is the good solution. A better solution for our application is our GT 510 GX and MTX with our 3420. This is our airy grass, which I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but this is our airy grass on our economical vinyl. Of course, the best solution is 4600 GLX and MLX, which are 3420, which is our premium calendared, or Series 3170, which is our intermediate cast. Our 3170 is a 1.3 mil laminate. You will hear a lot about 4600 in the next couple slides. It is a great solution for your multi-purpose signage. Regarding windows and glass signage, we have our DPF 50WD, which does not need a laminate. It is a removable wall film. It comes in white and clear. A better solution is, once again, is our 510 GTX and MTX with our Series 3510. As you can see, our 510 GTR and MTR also with 3510, and again our 45G or GX with our Series 3420. The difference between the GTX and the GTR is definitely the airy grass. The best solution for windows and glass is our 4600 GLX and MLX with our 3420 over laminate. When it comes to wall applications, we have a couple different choices. For barricade and construction walls, build outs, and would be our best solutions are our DPF 510 HT, which is our high tack economical with Series 3510. These are things that you're not really concerned about damage, or if it's a short promotional with the 510 GTX. The better solution, of course, is 4500 with our 3420, and our best solution is our 8200X with high tack or our DPF 8000. The difference between the 8200X and the 8000 is 8200 is our less shrink version. That one also works perfectly with 3420. I would stick with that one for the longer term signage. For stainless steel elevator doors, we're going to see a lot of that where people are going to be, prohibiting how many people enter elevators with the social distancing. So DPF 4600, once again, GLX or MLX is one of our best choices. You can use that with 3420 or 3170. The other solution for interior walls, once again, is our 510 product with a series 3510. You can use that with the removable or the permanent adhesives, or our DPF 4200 matte and canvas, which is a new product that we just introduced at Print United in the fall. And for their best solution, our multi-purpose product, the 4600 GLX with MLX, with the series of 3420 or 3170 as your over laminate. For your floor applications, we're excited to announce also at Print United in the fall that 3420, our series 3420 gloss and our series 3220 gloss is now UL certified for floor graphics. This is a great solution because you have one laminate that can cover many multi-purpose solutions. For your interior hard surfaces, a good solution and most economical solution is your DPF GT or GTR, or your 510 GT or GTR. Your best solution is your 8200X, or your better, and your best is, once again, our 4600 GLX MLX. We are announcing that our DPF 8200 is great for your low pile carpet. Those tightly woven carpet you can use the DPF 8200 high tack. So as our wrap up, you can see we have we just want to kind of review. A 0 to 1 year is a promotional graphic. 1 to 3 is a short-term graphic, and 3 to 5 is medium term. Removable films can leave up to 25% adhesive residue upon a removal. Remember, removable adhesives after time will become permanent, and especially it depends on environment. Over laminates not only provide sheens and graphic protection, but also aid in installation and removal. Arlon always has and always will have great resources for you to go to. You can check them out at arlon.com or rapidwrite.com for all of our instructional videos. Just an added reminder, 4600 is a really our DPF 4600 GLX and MLX is a great solution for all of your signage. It's a great multi-purpose solution. Thank you. And if you have any questions, we're ready for it.
All right. Thank you, Billy. This is Matt here, guys, Technical Sales Specialist for the East Coast. I will be addressing anybody's questions, so feel free to type those in. Again, just going to have a focus today on essential signage with calendared products here. So if anybody has any questions, let's see here. Where would one need to use a UL certified over laminate? You would use a UL certified in any situation to where you need liability for an anti-slip. You can't just use any laminate. A gloss, a matte, and a satin all have different slip coefficients and energy coefficients there. So you want to use a UL certified if you're in any way liable for the films you're putting on the floor. That UL certification is going to be very important. Good question, Mark. Let's see here. Any other questions popped up, guys? Joshua Webb, what overlaminate do you recommend for window film? For window film, for a calendared, a 3420 is going to be great. You can get that in gloss, satin, and matte, whichever variant you might be looking for your desired finish. So that's going to be great. Again, calendared on calendared is fine. If you wanted to go with a cast to give it a little more durability, you could do that too. But 3420 is going to be, for all intents and purposes, exactly what you would need. So thank you. Good question there, Joshua. So one thing we touched on today was clean removability of films. So removable films that become not removable after an extended period of time, or after if they're left on longer than their intended service life. Just wanted to touch on that. The main cause of that is UV exposure. As the sun ages the film, it has what's called plasticizer migration. So it's just the the tiny polymers and elasticizers that make the film and give it its flexibility and durability. As over time, those simply escape the film, and the film becomes, in a sense, it ages or rots, being a plastic. So at that point, the construction will tend to break apart, and you'll have the layers come apart of the film, leaving glue and tiny pieces of face stock behind at that point. So let's see here. Michael A. Binder. When would you use 8200 over 510? Again, 510 is a very economical, short-term promotional. So anything really beyond 6 months, I would look to go with the 8200, just because it's going to give you that long-term tack and durability you're looking for that 510 simply as a monomeric film won't be able to provide you. So good question there. Let's see here. Next question. 8200 high tack was not mentioned as a good, better, best option for Synacades. Is there a time you would use this film as an option? Yeah, some of these Synacades, they can be made of various stuff. Some have metal frames, some are wood, some are in plastic. So a lot of times they'll have inserts, but if it doesn't, and you've got to have something that'll stick, and especially these things go sit outside and maybe they get rained on and see lots of weather. The high tack is really going to help you if you're having to stick directly to a plastic or an outdoor surface that'll get significant exposure or weathering. So that would be when you would want to go with a high tack. So if it's a couple weeks to 6 months, the 510 is great, but the high tack for anything long term, again, is going to be your best bet there. So great question. Thank you, Mike. Let's see here. Any other questions I've missed? Joshua, Mike. I think I'm up to speed here. So any of those burning questions you're just dying to know, guys, spit them out. Be happy to get.
Hey, Matt.
Over here. Yes, sir.
I just asked the question from an installer's point of view. What types of interior floor surfaces do you come across in the field? And when would you use DPF 510 removable versus DPF 4600 versus DPF 8200 for indoor floor applications?
The types of floors you're going to come across they're going to vary. So it could be a low pile carpet, could be a tile, could be a concrete floor, even a wood floor. So, depending on the condition of the floor and the lifespan, maybe you want something that'll go down and look good for a few weeks and come up. Obviously, a short-term film is going to do best with the adhesive, giving you the best chance to clean remove without any problems with the finish of the floor. For something more long-term, the 4600 going up to 8200, those are going to be your better options for a long-term floor graphic. Now, remember, guys, when wrapping floors, no overlaps. You want to cut those as butt seams. On tile floors, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. In sensitive floors, there's ways to do that, to butt cut those, so you can check that out. If you have any questions, that's kind of a rabbit hole I hate to go down here, so we'll leave that one out. But you always want to make sure those edges are sealed. If you're doing floor graphics, a great thing that's going to keep them from getting picked up is radiusing your corners on floor graphics. Again, it just reduces trip hazard, the same as the butt seaming of the overlaps with floor graphics. So, any type of outdoor floor application is going to be 6 months. It'll stick. There's no warranty beyond that. Just so many variables with water and different things and horizontal floor graphics, so outdoor. But great question there. So let's see here. I'm not seeing any other questions come up, so that was great. Thank you, guys. Mike, Billy, Don, do you guys have any other questions that just might be on the tip of your tongue and you hadn't asked yet?
I got one, Matt. Do you have any application tips for glass or window surfaces?
Yeah, for glass and window surfaces, obviously being glass, it's going to be high energy, so you're going to have a wide range of films that are going to be applicable. So, you don't necessarily need to go out and buy a specialty window film. If you do walls and floors, one of those films is going to be more than adequate on a window. Now, if it's something small, you're going to be a lot better off, be able to get away with a non-air-egress product, but larger windows, especially with a single installer, you're probably going to want that egress just because it'll make it easy to push the bubbles out and everything else and manage the tack as well. So that's the answer for that. Let's see here. Anything else coming through? I think that's all I'm seeing, Mike.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Matt.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. Again, please utilize the resources we have available on our website. We have rapid write videos, a lot of great content, how to just really impact and help the industry. And of course, you have our contact information. You can get it through Reece and so forth. And we'd be more than happy to answer your questions and assist you guys in any way we can. So thank you for your time today.